Image copyright AFP image caption pressure is growing on Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission is reported to be investigating Facebook after allegations that 50 million users' private information was misused by a political consultancy firm. Cambridge Analytica, CA, hired by the Trump campaign in the 2016 U.S. election, has been accused of taking the personal data unknown to users. CA head Alexander Nix has now been suspended by the company board. The move came amid allegations the firm may have broken U.S. electoral law. CA, which is based in London, denies any wrongdoing. Meanwhile, Facebook's stock has continued to slide, following a steep decline on Monday. The British and European parliaments have called on Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg to give evidence to them, and the social network is due to brief congressional aides on Wednesday. Mr. Zuckerberg did not attend a Facebook staff briefing on the crisis at its Californian headquarters on Tuesday, which was led by Deputy General Counsel Paul Grewal. Instead, the Daily Beast news site reports. In a statement, Facebook said it was outraged that it had been deceived over the misuse of its data. Why is the FTC getting involved? The FTC is an independent agency of the U.S. government tasked with protecting American consumers. It is investigating whether Facebook violated the terms of a 2011 decree regarding the social network's privacy protections. An unnamed source, familiar with the agency thinking and not authorized to speak on the record, told the Washington Post newspaper. This was confirmed by Bloomberg News Agency report, quoting an unnamed person familiar with the matter. Under the 2011 decree, Facebook must notify users and obtain their permission before data about them is shared beyond the privacy settings they have established, the Washington Post says. Facebook was also subjected to 20 years of privacy checkups to ensure compliance. Facebook confirmed on Tuesday that it was expecting to receive a letter from the FTC with questions about the data acquired by CA. However, it also said it had had no indication of a formal investigation. Reuters news agency reports, "We remain strongly committed to protecting people's information," Facebook Deputy Chief Privacy Officer Rob Sherman said. "We appreciate the opportunity to answer questions the FTC may have." Facebook has already denied breaching the consent decree, telling the Washington Post, "We reject any suggestion of violation of the consent decree. We respected the privacy settings that people had in place. Privacy and data protections are fundamental to every decision we make." In its statement on Tuesday, it said, "The entire company is outraged we were deceived. We're committed to vigorously enforcing our policies to protect people's information and will take whatever steps are required to see that this happens." Mr. Zuckerberg and Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg and their teams were, it added, working around the clock to get all the facts and take the appropriate action moving forward, because they understand the seriousness of this issue. What are the accusations against CA? Christopher Wiley, who worked with the consultancy firm, alleges that it amassed large amounts of data through a personality quiz on Facebook called This Is Your Digital Life. Media playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption Alexander Nix, CEO of Cambridge Analytica, was filmed by undercover reporters for Channel 4 News. He says that 270,000 people took the quiz, but the data of some 50 million users, mainly in the US, was harvested without their explicit consent via their friend networks. Mr. Wiley says that data was sold to CA, which then used it to psychologically profile people and deliver pro-Trump material to them, with a view to influencing the outcome of the 2016 election. CA insists it followed the correct procedures in obtaining and using data, but it was suspended from Facebook last week. Did CA break U.S. electoral law? Channel 4 News, which conducted an undercover investigation into the consultancy firm, reports that it may have broken U.S. electoral law, which prohibits coordination between an official election campaign and outside groups, or super PACs. Image caption Alexander Nix could be seen leaving his London offices through the back door on Tuesday. CA executives were filmed discussing a twin-track strategy to campaigning, putting out positive messages through Donald Trump's official presidential campaign, while attack ads were promoted by outside organizations. Boasting about CA's work for the Trump campaign, Mr. Nix told the undercover team, "We did all the research, all the data, all the analytics, all the targeting. We ran all the digital campaign, the television campaign, and our data informed all the strategy. At the same time, CA Managing Director Mark Turnbull appeared to confirm for the undercover team that CA had created the Defeat Crooked Hillary brand of attack ads, funded by a super PAC called Make America Number One. The firm has denied wrongdoing, saying they operated according to a strict firewall and that they were transparent about their activities. How can you protect your data on Facebook? There are a few things to be aware of if you want to restrict who has access to your data. Keep an eye on apps, especially those which require you to log in using your Facebook account. They often have a very wide range of permissions and many are specifically designed to pick up your data. Use an ad blocker to limit advertising. Look at your Facebook security settings and make sure you are aware of what is enabled. Check the individual app settings to see whether you have given them permission.